How much understanding does a person need to have in order to feel better? Because I'll tell you, a common trick anxiety will play on people is to get them to try to figure out where this thing started or where it came from, right? And oftentimes people will come into the therapy room and they'll have kind of a preconceived notion of what therapy is supposed to look like. So they'll be saying, I'm trying to figure out where this started. Where did I start having this obsessive thought? Why did I used to be where my feet were all the time, and now I'm worrying nonstop. Like, where did that start? Where did that come from? Was it because I had that fight with my sibling when I was 7 years old, or was it because my parents weren't present enough, or whatever? Or was it because I had this traumatic experience, or this experience that I didn't like a couple years ago, and maybe it started around that time? Actually, do you remember what I was saying when I was struggling with this?
Did it have to do with the pandemic?
No, I had to put my dog down.
I do remember that,
Yeah,
yes.
and the worst, always the worst. But I remember that at that time, that felt like an answer to me for a while. Like, oh, I think maybe this started because my dog's name was Elliot. We had to put Elliot down at that time. And then I started just going down this road. And that maybe sort of satiated my anxiety or made me feel better for a little bit. But then I would have a thought like, but that doesn't really make sense because he died on this date. And then I remember my first like true intrusive obsessive thought started a couple months before that, right? So like that dog thing doesn't quite make sense. So really, where did it come from? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is that anxiety's number one job oftentimes is to put the spotlight back on itself, right? Like it wants to be your most important relationship. So I think about like that first girlfriend or boyfriend that you ever had, right? Like how infatuated you were at that time, right? What was your first girlfriend's name, Pete?
Angelica. If you're listening.
Oh, I just wanted to throw you under the bus. But anxiety very much wants to have the same relationship with you, where like you need to be thinking about it all the time. What's it doing right now? Where did it start? How can we make our relationship stronger? Or how can I break up with it? Or whatever. It always wants to put that mental spotlight of yours back on it. And one of the ways that it will do that is through thinking about your relationship with it. And oftentimes that can look like, where did this start or where did this come from, right?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you're just back down this road of thinking about anxious content.